Hello, little chef. Tonight's story is about a magical soup that brought a quiet village together and taught them the magic of teamwork. Are you ready to stir up some fun? Let's begin. Once upon a time, nestled in the lush green hills of a faraway land, there lay a quiet village. The cobblestone streets were peaceful, but the villagers lived cautiously, keeping to themselves and holding tightly to what little they had. One day, two weary travelers, Milo and Nina, arrived at the village square. "We're so hungry," Milo said, clutching his growling stomach. Nina nodded, brushing dust from her green cloak. "Let's ask for some food," she said. The travelers knocked on the baker's door, where the smell of fresh bread wafted through the cracks. "Could we have a crumb to share?" Milo asked hopefully. The baker peeked out nervously. "I barely have enough," he said, closing the door. They asked the farmer, who held a basket of shining carrots. "Could you spare a carrot or two?" Nina asked gently. The farmer frowned and shook his head. "We need these for the winter," he said. Everywhere they went, they heard the same response. The villagers were too cautious to share. At last, Milo smiled. "If they won't share, we'll just have to make some magic." He pulled a shiny stone from his pocket and placed it in their cooking pot. Setting the pot in the village square, he announced loudly, "We're going to make soup from this magical stone." Lila, a young villager with curious eyes, peeked out from behind a barrel. "Soup from a stone?" she asked. "How does that work?" "Why don't you join us and see?" Milo said with a wink. Lila brought firewood, and soon the pot bubbled gently, steam swirling into the evening air. As Lila helped stir the pot, Nina called out, "The soup is coming along, but it could really use carrots." The farmer hesitated, holding his basket tightly, but Lila smiled. "Just one carrot would be enough," she said. Slowly, the farmer tossed a carrot into the pot. The soup let out a soft glow, and the villagers gasped. "What about onions?" Milo suggested. A kind grandmother brought a handful of onions, dropping them in carefully. More villagers joined in, bringing potatoes, spices, and even a fresh loaf of bread. Before long, the pot brimmed with a steaming, delicious soup. The smell filled the air, laughter rippled through the square, and the villagers began to talk and laugh with one another. When the soup was ready, Milo and Nina ladled it into bowls. "This is more than enough for everyone," Nina said. Sitting together under the lantern-lit sky, the villagers shared the magical meal. Their hearts warmed not just by the soup, but by the joy of coming together. And so the villagers learned that when everyone contributes, even just a little, they can create something amazing. Sweet dreams, little chef, and remember, kindness and teamwork are the magic ingredients for any recipe.